Hey, welcome back to the summit of Mount Goopt in the heart of Englandershire. Seeing as we're doing some EDH deck techs, I thought I'd carry on. One of my favourites is this guy right here, Doran the Siege Tower. He costs 1 black, 1 green, 1 white. So a 3-crossed legendary creature, Treefolk Shaman. Each creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. He is a 0/5, so when he attacks, he is a 5/5. And so is everyone else's creature. So if you have, say, like a Ragathan Firecat, which is a, what, 4/1, it's actually a 1/1, which is kind of funny. It really messes with the whole board. Let's see what else I play. Other notable creatures which aren't Treefolk. Skin Shifter. He is 1 and a green. He is a creature human shaman, and for 1 green mana you can choose one until the end of turn. Well, none of them matter apart from the fact that he can become a 0/8 plant. Activate this ability only once each turn, so you get an 8/8 for 2 mana there. Mikaeus the Unhallowed gives other non-human creatures +1/+1 and undying, so your Treefolk come back. Monvuli Beast Tracker helps you search out your deck for stuff. Sporecap Spider, 3-crossed, reach, 1/5, which actually when it attacks becomes a 5/5. Nyx Fleece Ram, you gotta love that. It's 2-cost, 1 and a white, you gain life, and if it attacks it becomes a 5/5. You got Steve, that's what we call him, Security Tribe Elder. He just helps you get land, and this is 3-land deck, swamp, forest and plain, so it's important that you fix your mana. Silklash Spider, I think he's an auto-include really to any decks that run a sort of considerable amount of green. Really helps you deal with flyers. So they are my non-Treefolk creatures. Let's have a look at some Treefolk. We have things like Argothian Treefolk, helps you deal with artifacts. Timber Protector gives +1/+1 to other Treefolk and they become indestructible. Seed Guide Ash, if it gets put into the graveyard you can search for up to 3 forest cards and put them into play tapped. Unstoppable Ash, you champion a Treefolk. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked it gets +0/+5 till the end of turn. Woodfall Primus, when Woodfall Primus comes into play, destroy target non-creature permanent. He's also got Persist. Bosk Banneret reduces the cost of Treefolk. Sentry Oak is a defender, which gets is a 3/5 defender. Thorntooth Witch has some shenanigans. Verdaloth the Ancient is a 4/7 for 6 mana. He gets you to put some saplings on the board. Black Poplar Shaman, for 2 and a black you can regenerate Treefolk. Orchard Warden, whenever another Treefolk creature comes into play, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Cloud Crown Oak, 3/4 with reach. Tilling Treefolk, Ghoul Tree, Everbark Shaman, Battlewand Oak, Treefolk Harbinger, Wickerbough Elder, Leaf Crowned Elder, Black Oak of Adunas, Weed Pruner Poplar, Canker Abomination, and Dauntless Dowerbark. Now that is a whole load of Treefolk. They aren't all particularly strong on their own, but if you get any board presence it can become a little bit ridiculous. So yeah, we like those. What else we got? Let's have a look at some artifacts. Adaptive Automaton, naming Treefolk. Anything that pumps up creatures' toughness just works wonderfully. So a Cordis Shield is pretty good, but actually better than a Cordis Shield is Slagworm Armour. 0/0/6, costs 1, equips for 3. Just ridiculous. You can make Doran a turn 4 11/11. You got things like Ring of 3 Wishes, Door of Destiny, Fire Shrieker. Well, what better to give an 11/11 than Double Strike? And then that's commander damage as well. So what's that, 22 damage? That's game over. You got things like Trailblazer Boots as well, which I think is awesome. I think it's such a great piece of equipment, especially for EDH. Equipped creature has non-basic land walk. I can't really think of any EDH decks that don't play non-basic lands. And on lands, let's have a quick look at the non-basic ones that we've got here. Golgari Rot Farm, Llanowar Reborn, Dryad Arbor, Mosswort Bridge, Maze of Ith, Evolving Wilds, Orzhov Guildgate, Orzhov Basilica, Turntimber Grove, Temple Garden, Temple of Plenty, Command Tower, Golgari Guildgate, Gavany Township, Opal Palace, Vivid Grove, Selesnya Guildgate, Murmuring Bosque, and Rogue's Passageway. Yeah, slipping through Doran for huge amounts of damage through Rogue's Passageway. However unfeasible that seems, a big tree going through the sewers or whatever, it seems a bit ridiculous. We got a few forests in there, we got less plains, and we've got even fewer swamps, but I think overall that is 36 lands, plus quite a lot of mana fixing. Let's have a look at instant sorceries and enchantments. So you've got things like Dismember, Tower Defense, creatures you control get +0/+5 and gain reach until the end of turn. So funny when that comes off. Things like Golgari Charm, Rootborn Defences, Harrow, Selesnya Charm, Tragic Slip, and Swords to Plowshares. I think these are instant includes. Nice little bit of flavour there. Reach of Branches, Root Grapple, and Sundering Growth. Sorceries, Increasing Ambition, Searching Out for What You Want, Bramble Crush, nice bit of flavour, Rampant Growth, Genesis Wave, Diabolic Tutor, Merciless Eviction, can be just ridiculous. And then you got Farseek. Enchantments, everyone loves to pacify stuff and O-ring stuff. Hero's Resolve, old card from Tempest, gives creature +1/+5 for 2 mana. Privileged Position, great from the original Ravnica block. Other permanents you control can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents controls. Just something that they have to deal with. Things like Dragon Scale Armour is an enchantment which just keeps coming back. You've got Spear of Heliod, Maravi's Wake, Conclave's Blessing, and one of the things that I love doing to other people's commanders, Lignify. Okay, there is my Doran the Siege Tower Treefolk Shaman deck. Is he a Shaman? Yeah, Treefolk Shaman deck. I hope you like it. Let me know what you'd include. Any questions, be more than happy to answer. Hope you guys are all doing well this summer, and catch up with you soon. Take care.